Hey there, everyone, and welcome to the Blitz. Now, Mother Nature came out to play tonight as well, delaying a handful of games in our area, including our Backle Sports game of the week between West Charlotte and Mallard Creek.
Yeah, the sold-out crowd had to wait out the thunder and lightning before this one got going, but they were rewarded.
Yeah, this was a sold-out matchup, just like you said. You see, the first quarter, West Charlotte taking the early lead. Rakeem Finch for the Lions takes a short pass and takes it to the house for the touchdown. He's got such speed on
there,
him.
yeah.
He's going to take that to the next level playing
He
college
pretty well.
Wow, all right. On the receiving end of the touchdown pass from Jamori Nichols, they go up another score as well. Now they're up big. Maverick defense needs something to happen. They create the turnover here. The ball gets out of their hands. The rain, like we talked about, it was all over the field tonight. And you can see after recovering the ball, he fumbles it again.
Yep, twice.
So giving Mallard Creek some momentum to get them on the board. Quarterback drops back looking way downfield to Khalil Price. Somehow got behind the defense all alone. Avoids the shoestring tackle, 80-yard touchdown from Mallard Creek. Now, of course, you said with the rain, this game is still in progress. It's a back-and-forth shutout, or showdown. So, should be a good one. Hopefully, we can check it out when the Blitz is done.
Hopefully so. All right, next up, we're going to head to another game. Providence. The Panthers played host to Rocky River, and early on, it was sloppy. Neither offense could get going tonight. A loose ball after the snap. Providence, however, would keep it. Then, coming up with what looks like a completed pass that's going to turn into a big gain, guess what? He's going to slip. The wet ground.
Oh, no.
Yep, lost his footing. As for the Ravens, in the first quarter, they couldn't get anything going through the air or the ground. They turn it over on downs. Now, near the end of the first quarter, the Panthers are driving. Luke Meter finds Alex Haywood, who ends up with a big gain coming across the middle. You love your tight end doing stuff like that. Safety receiver there. And then a few plays later, near the beginning of the second quarter, the Panthers get on the board. Meter this time finds a wide open, guess who? Alex Haywood for the score, and Providence would go on to win that one, blanking out Rocky River 27-0. That's 2 wins in a row for Coach Ward and the Providence Panthers.
Let's head all the way out now to Gaston County. Ashbrook undefeated with a big win last week. First play, AJ McLean airs it all the way out to Tyler Morgan. They didn't care about the rain.
Rain's coming down.
Yeah, they don't care. He brings down the reception there to make it a huge possession for Ashbrook right out of the gate. They get the touchdown. Now, on defense, firing on all cylinders, the Arkansas Razorback. Caleb Gordon laying the hurt there, number 5.
Yep.
On the North Gaston Wildcat. Third play, miscommunication goes through the hands of the running back and the quarterback and into the opposing end zone for the safety. So Ashbrook gets the ball back, and they are thriving and driving. AJ McLean keeping it here on the read option. He had green grass, just gets chased down by a couple of Wildcats, but it would not take long for the Green Wave to find the end zone. On the pass there, Caden Montgomery Ross gets the slant, bodies his way in for the touchdown. Ashbrook would not be denied another shutout here, 44-0 on this one.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. In the rain, listen, you're going to have sloppy play, you're going to get stuff like that, but good teams find a way to get the ball in the end zone. A lot of times through the ground.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at some of the other scores from around the area that we have for you that happened tonight. Now, we had a lot of delays, so we had to change up on some of these. But Catholic getting the big win in overtime over Porter Ridge. They really needed that win after last week. Weddington continuing to fire on all cylinders, getting the big win over Sun Valley.
All right, then look, Hickory, North Lincoln all over them, 49-6. Bunker Hill gets blanked by East Lincoln. Big number tonight, 57-0.
Yeah, East Lincoln still staying undefeated. We got one more for you now. Catawba Ridge and Northwestern, we might know who wins this one.
We know who's going to win that one,
The game's not done yet. But
Clover, Fort Mill, we don't know.
That's another interesting one. Fort Mill just lost in their first game, trying to get things going again against Clover, so we'll see how that one ends.
Blame those scores on the rain, obviously,
yeah, absolutely.
Right? All right, more Blitz coming at you next. Stick around. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
Welcome back to the Blitz, everyone. I'm Jack Taylor, alongside Jeff Taylor.
All right, we got more games and scores for you, so let's get right to it.
Yeah, the rain was the number one fan tonight.
I bet.
It went to every game across the area.
I didn't like it.
It didn't miss a single one. All right, J.M. Robinson meeting in the conference for the first time with Salisbury, so both teams in need of strong performances in this half of the season. Special teams was the name of the game to start. First play, not what you want to see. The muffed punt.
Blame it on the rain.
For the Dogs there. And you're going to see Salisbury recover, but they're going to do nothing with it. All right, now, actually, on that drive, they were going to try to get something going, but J.M. Robinson blocks the field goal.
Hate to see that.
They take it the other direction, and now they finally get their offense going. Ori Greenfield drops back to pass, and Tyson Van Dyke climbs the ladder, catching the pass for the score over top of the defender. J.M. Robinson getting the win 14-0.
Big win for them. All right, on we go. Eastmeck playing host to Valentine Ridge. Eastmeck up 7. Last play of the half, they fumble the handoff, so what do? You just fall down on it. Nope. QB Aiden Donnelly, get this, says let's go. picks up a few blockers, and goes 90 yards for the score to end the half.
That's crazy.
And the best, I thought he would just fall on it. I was getting ready to put the camera down, but no, he does that. And of course, Lenny Sanders, loving it, the big man, the head coach for East Meck. It was 13-0 at the half. Valentine Ridge would come out for the second half. They put a drive together. Watch the run by Tiberius Young. Watch this move coming up right about there. I thought he was done. He's going to put the Wolves up in prime position. A few plays later, the jet sweep. Caleb Owen gets in for Valentine Ridge. East Meck goes on to win this one 19-13. Valentine Ridge still can't get that next win.
Nope. All right, now our final game of the night. It was pouring in this one. Hunter Huss and South Point each with only one loss. South Point firing on all cylinders. Caden Rump fakes everyone out and goes all the way down.
He didn't do you though.
You know, he faked me out. He absolutely did. All right, Huskies in dire needed some offense. Like I said, they've only had one loss. They're undefeated in the conference, but they're not going to find it here. Getting some life here on offense, but it would be a little bit too late. They're going to end up punting from their own end zone. You never want to see that. It goes down on the ground, and I'm not sure how this didn't get blocked.
Yeah.
Or roughing. And look how far it went.
I know. Good kick.
But hey, Cam Crawford says that's fine. I'll just put it in scoring position anyway. Gets almost all the way down to the end zone. Now, get this, minute left. They have all 3 timeouts. They didn't take them. Buzzer beater right before the half ends.
2 of them.
Yeah,
tonight.
And Rumpf walks in for the score. South Point getting a big win, 53-6, getting some redemption after that loss to Ashbrook last week. All right. Now let's take a look at some more final scores for you from around the area. Charlotte Latin staying perfect with the win over Langtree.
Cox Mill, the big win over Harding, 35-0. A lot of zeros tonight.
Absolutely. Forest Hills, a little bit scary there for them, but they get the win over Parkwood, and then Olympic getting a big win over Central Cabarrus in the conference. You see
Corbion, the big win over Lincoln Charter, 52-6. Butler getting a much-needed win over Chambers. And Captain Mullen over there just needs a win. Just can't seem to get it.
Well, they're playing some tough schedules, right? I mean, this is going now into their conference competition. Right. You got to start out hosting Butler. That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guess what? That is it for the Blitz on a rainy Friday night. We'll see you back here next Friday night.
Hopefully dry.
Yeah, hopefully dry. We'll see how it goes. Stick around. WCCB News Edge is up next. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy all the college and pro sports. We will see you next Friday night right here